Why, hello, folks. It's Nick here, peeking in from behind the curtain of the whole Anna plays Warframe thing. Hey, did you remember that this channel used to be about like me doing like Warframe guides and stuff? But now Anna is the new hotness on the channel. However, I'm still here, people. I still got some juice left in the tank. So I'm gonna make a video here with a nice tip for all of you players for the upcoming new war, which Anna is not at yet, and it's going to be a while until she's there. But don't worry, I'm going to cover the new war when that comes out. So for now, I'm going to give you the tip, the hottest tip for how to prepare for the new war and just what you should be bringing to this quest. So the developers have said that like one thing about this quest is that you're going to be locked in. They told us that to your selection. You have to pick what Warframe and what weapons that you're going to bring, and the quest is going to be like somewhere between 4 to 6 hours long, and you're going to be locked in to your selection, and that's what you're going to have to use for playing the quest. So you want to bring something that can do this. That can deal with all of the sentient threats and whatnot. And what you should be doing, and this is very important, this is gonna be a hassle, but you have a week. You have a week to do it. Okay? Is that you need to use the helmet system to get Zata's Whisper. That is the helmet ability that you get from Zaku. So that's a bit of a handful, people. That is a bit of a handful because Zaku you farm from Deimos, from the open world. That's where you get the helmet system as well. If you haven't already done it, you probably have if you're the kind of player who is gonna jump into the new war. But say you haven't. You go to Deimos, you rank up with the Entrati family, you get to rank 3, you can buy the helmet segment. You go into this room, you attach it, and then you get access to this monster boy here that lets you sacrifice Warframes to this flower wall here. And once you've done that, you get a certain ability that you can then extract from that Warframe and put into other Warframes. And the one you get from Zaku is the one called Zata's Whisper. And I'm doing this with a Mesa. You don't have to do this with a Mesa. You can do this with any Warframe. I'm just going to show it with a Mesa because I've already previously on this channel made a helmet build guide for Zata's Whisper Mesa, which is specifically meant for this content. Now the thing about Zaku is that you farm him from doing, or him, her, they. You farm them from doing Deimos bounties. However, in order to craft them, you also need, I think, gyromag systems, might be, yeah, which is a resource that you can only get from doing heists in Fortuna. And to unlock heists, you have to be max rank with Solaris United. So you have to max rank Solaris United on Fortuna to build Zaku. And then you gotta farm for a Zaku, and then you gotta build the Zaku, and then you gotta chuck the Zaku into the helmet system so that you can put Zata's Whisper on other Warframes. That's the prerequisites. So, why would you want to do this? Well, that is because Zata's Whisper, you cast it, and what you do is you imbue all of your weapon attacks with void damage. That's that symbol where it says extra damage, which is void damage. And what's special about that is that is the same sort of damage that your operator does with its amp. And what is very important about that is that void damage is one of the things that resets sentient damage reduction, their adaptation. They can't adapt to it. So, normally, when you fight sentients, pull up some of these battle lists here, it's like you shoot them, but then, after a while, they build up damage immunity to your weapon, and it basically, like, just does very little damage. So what you normally have to do when you fight sentients is you go into your operator form, you hit them with your amp, and that resets their damage adaptation. And then when you shoot them, they once again start taking damage from your weapon. So that's gonna be a thing in the new war. You're gonna fight a bunch of sentients. That can be a bit annoying. So even if you do something like use Mesa's regulators, which is really strong, it's still gonna take a while.
Sentient fighters can adapt to your attacks. Hit them with something else.
It's gonna... you're gonna have to mow on these guys for a while before they go down. However, Zata's Whisper. And look, you look all creepy and infested and gooey and stuff. Now, while this is active, and it's gonna be active for a minute, all of my equipped weapon attacks are imbued with void energy, just like your operator amp. And look what happens with this heck. See? It can't build up damage immunity to it. So... suddenly... these oh-so-tough sentients... well, they go down as if they were made out of paper. Ain't that neat? And they will never be able to build up any sort of damage adaptation or damage reduction. So let's look at what happens if I use the regulators while this is active. Yep. That's about it for them. So, this is not exclusive to Mesa. You can use this with any Warframe. What's important, like why I like using it with Mesa, is because this does not imbue like your abilities with void damage. It's just your weapon attacks. So it works very well with Mesa's regulators, exalted weapons, because they also get imbued with void damage because they count as an equipped weapon. But you can do this with frankly any Warframe. You can do it with, for example, Baruch, who has his serene storm, his punch fists, and then you can be like, boom, and gotta just get it going. One sec. All right, now we've built up enough, so I can pull out these guys. The serene wind, his exalted weapon, and again imbued with void damage. And they all go down. They die. They cannot build up any sort of damage resistance to anything that I'm doing. Oh, ha 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 ha. Battleists, I forgot. I should have activated my damage reduction myself. Whoopsie. But the point remains. So, Zata's Whisper. It is going to, I predict, it is going to trivialize this quest, no matter what you put it on. This is like the best possible just method for doing anything for fighting against sentients. I would recommend Mesa. Mesa is very good with Zata's Whisper. Baruch is very good with Zata's Whisper. Because like, just it works with their exalted weapons. But and that just brings them up a notch. But you can do this with any Warframe to infuse all of your equipped weapon damage with void damage. So that's it. That's the guide in a nutshell. I hope you take this time to go out and farm yourself another Zaku so you can chuck it into the Helminth. It is worth it. It's a grind, but you got a week to do it. So that's a guide. I'll see you guys later for something completely different.